Hello, baseball fans. Welcome into this one. AAA action coming at you on the show. It's the Oklahoma City Comets and the Albuquerque Isotopes. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Almost ready to get underway here. Today's starting pitcher, Blake Adams. He's going to need to command all 4 of his pitches to have a great game in this one. If one of those 4 isn't working, it makes it a lot easier for hitters to guess what's coming. And that's not a situation he wants to find himself in. All right, ready to go here. And now the right fielder, Matt Gorski. And we're underway. Swings through that one. That slurve was beautiful. Great break, and he was able to get the swing and miss. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Way out front for strike 3. Bases empty, 1 away. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Santiago. This one swung on, hit very well. Way back there, and it's gone. Wastes no time on this one, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. He's gone deep in back-to-back games, and his timing looks pretty good at the plate right now. Clearly seeing the ball well. Good job to keep that fastball down, but unfortunately, he didn't get it low enough. The batter was able to line it up and put a great swing on it for the homer. Swing and a base hit. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Michael Ciani. On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the lead runner puts on the brakes at second. Back-to-back singles, passing the baton. That one was right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. And now at the plate, Austin Garfield. This one is labeled. And that's a base hit. Runner rounds third, on his way to the plate. 1 run in, here comes 1 more. Now the second run scores, and they take a 3-run lead. Nicely done, brings home 2. Beautiful swing there leads to the double, and the hitting coach has to figure out how they can make that the default swing going forward. A minor leaguer who can unlock that swing consistently is going to be on the rise. The 0-1 offering. And 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone. Next up for the Comets, Josue De Paula. Collected a couple of hits in yesterday's game. Foul ball there. Runner at second, 2 down. On the ground, right side, fair ball. Will do it alone, and that ends the inning. Welcome back. And today's starting pitcher, Nick Nastrini. He's got 4 pitches to choose from on the mound, and we'll see how he mixes and matches as the game goes on. If he can get through the lineup the first time using just 2, maybe 3 of them, he'll have a better chance to work deep into this one and hold something back for later. Stepping to the plate for Albuquerque, Nicky Lopez. And 1-2. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Ciani on the run towards the line. Can't get there, and this one lands foul. Next offering is upstairs. Good job to control the inside of the plate with that fastball. Can't let the hitter get too comfortable. Gets a piece, stays alive. 2-2 now. Fights that one off, will reset and do it again. Gets him swinging.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
1 out and the bases are empty. Next up for the Isotopes, Chris Bryant.
Four-seam fastball, middle outside.
In the air to center. 2 down. Base is empty with 2 out. Coming up to the dish for Albuquerque, Kyle Karros.
Up. Slider, low middle.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in. 2 straight strikes low in the zone, and it's 0-2. Batter has to be able to lay off something off speed down in the dirt, because that could be what's coming. 2 outs, base is empty. Fly ball down the line. Flashes the leather on the running catch. The Comets at the plate here in the 2nd inning. Adams, 6'2" righty. He works with a 4-seam fastball, a slurve, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seam. And swing and miss. Swings through it for the K. And quickly 1 away in the 2nd inning. So digging in, Noah Miller. Adams trying to bounce back after a bumpy 1st inning. That one almost got it. That'll back him up a bit. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Yanked that changeup back. Just diabolical. Ripped, but it curls foul. 1 out and the base is empty. Hit hard for a base hit. So 1 on now with 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Digging in for the Comets, Matt Gorski. Late on that fastball.
No, that's a ball.
Chases a high fastball there. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the changeup. Man on at first. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Santiago Espinal. The 0-1. Laser to third, but handled well. That ends the inning. Bottom of the inning, and now Blaine Crim.
Slider. Low outside.
And that one fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Now here's the 0-2. This one chopped on the ground. Gauthier. That's an out. Stepping to the plate for Albuquerque, Drew Avins. 1 of 4 with a double in yesterday's game. Late on that fastball. A little too slow on that heater. He might have been expecting something off speed.
Four-seam fastball. Low middle.
0-2, rocks and fires. Spoils the 2-strike offering. Another coming up. And that one is foul. We'll try again. And here's the 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And a high fly out to center. And 2 away now. 2 away here, nobody on. Digging in for the Isotopes, Adael Amador.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Wasn't interested in that high fastball to start. I wonder if he wants something lower. Downstairs.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Ball, outside.
2 down and nobody aboard. Bottom half of the second inning. Right side, Gauthier. Play made. That ends the inning. All set for the start of this inning. And now the DH, James Tibbs III. 0-1. Attacking the zone in this first inning, but the hitters haven't been fooled because too many strikes have leaked over the middle of the plate. It's a hit by pitch, and the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Michael Ciani. Singled and scored the first time around. Squares to bunt, but misses. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Battling here, fouls it away. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a bunt with 2 strikes, and that goes foul. It's a strikeout. At the plate, Austin Gauthier drove in 2 with a double the first time up. 0-1. Hacks and misses, got a chase swing. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. Runner at first. Next up for the Comets, Eliezer Alfonso. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. And it's straight to the backstop. That's a wild pitch, and he moves into scoring position. Here it comes. Strike 2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Brett Sullivan.
Nope, that's
Just missed with that one. Tried to get him with the backdoor slide.
Middle center.
And that's outside. 2 straight breaking balls away. If he wants to go back to that spot later in this AB, I'd expect a fastball inside here. And that one hammered. Does it have the distance? And it'll bang off the wall. That's a leadoff double. He was all over that one. Good solid contact on that hit, and even better placement. These days when the ball gets hit to center, you almost expect that center fielder to run it down and make the catch. And he grounds it to the right side. Gauthier. That's the first out. Here's the left fielder, Braylon Wimmer. One out.
That's the ball.
One away with a runner at third.
That's out the corner.
Four-seam fastball.
Grounder to the left side. Can't come up with it. Indescribable forward. And that is going to bring the tying run to the plate. Back to the top of the order here. Next up for the Isotopes, Nicky Lopez. Struck out swinging in the first AB. 0-2, and the delivery. Ball 1 there. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Runner at first, 1 away. That one misses, and it's 2-2. Couldn't hold back, run up on strikes. Hey fans, remember that when either team strikes out 10 times in the game, Big Kale Soda will send every fan in attendance home with a 6-pack of the healthiest soda out there. Bryant in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Wimmer leading off first with 2 away. Gets a piece, it stays 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next offering misses, and to count 1-2. Struck out swinging. Ugly cut on the slider for strike 3. On to the 4th. The batter now, Josue De Paula. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Gets a chase on that one. That's not one of the best swings you'll ever see. Got jammed badly. Up the middle. Picks it up. On the run. Throw to first. But safe at first. And they start the frame with a leadoff infield single. No outs. Runner at first. Digging in for the Comets, Ryan Fitzgerald. Now here's the 0-2. Try to get him chasing on the changeup. Nobody out and a runner at first. Nice stop. The underhand flip. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Noah Miller. One, here's the pitch. Late on that fastball. With a double play situation here, it's unusual that he's working up in the zone. Next pitch will probably be lower. Foul ball, still 0-2. This one in the air to right. Thompson under it. And makes the catch. Just missed that one a bit. A half-inch closer to the sweet spot, and it might have gotten down for a hit. To the top of the order we go. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Matt Gorski. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Popped in the air, left field. Amador settles underneath it. Gets there. Got it. Welcome back. The Isotopes at the dish in the bottom of the 4th. So far, he's thrown more than 80% first pitch strikes, which is driving this excellent outing. If he keeps it up, he could work very deep into this one. 0-2, rocks and fires. That one is foul. We'll see another. 0-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. One gone, leading off the 4th. Nobody on with one out. And here's the first baseman, Blaine Crim. 0 for 1 so far. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. Here's a pop-up. Hauls it in. 2 away. Coming up to the dish for Albuquerque, Drew Avins.
That's a ball.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Fastball. This one comes right back to the mound. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th inning. Seth Halverson, coming into a game trailing by a small margin, and so his job will be to keep it within reach for the offense. It's a comebacker to the mound. There's one down. So up next, James Tibbs III. Tibbs, 23 years old, and he's knocked in double-digit runs in his last 10 games. Here comes the 1-0. He swings and fouls one off. Here's the 1-1. And it's strike two. On a cold night like this, every batter is dreading getting jammed on a high 90s fastball like that one. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. First two batters retired in the top of the fifth. Two down now. Digging in for the Comets, Michael Ciani. The other way. And foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. That one into triple digits. He's really attacking the zone, so the hitter has to get more aggressive. However, he could counter with some. Got the batter swinging. And a nice frame on the mound. He sets him down 1-2-3. Bottom of the fifth here in Albuquerque. Leading off, Adael Amador. Into the outfield, base hit. Runner on base to start the inning. Here's the catcher, Brett Sullivan. Cracked a double the first time at bat. Late swing, foul to the left. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit to third. Fires to second for one. That is a terrific double play. Now it's the right fielder, Sterling Thompson. Pulled out to second in the first debut. Missed inside with the curveball.
Four-seam fastball. High middle. Four-seam fastball. High outside. Overhand curve. Low outside.
1-2 now. He hasn't leaned much on that pitch in this one, but it looks sharp. Really tough for hitters to think with him when he can dial up something random at any time. There with plenty of time, inning over. We're set for the top of the sixth inning. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Austin Gauthier. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Just can't catch up to the heat. Late on that fastball. Got the swinging strike that time with the high velo, but that's a dangerous way to live. Best to steer clear of that again. And there's a ball. So he got ahead 0-2, but way off the mark with the heater. At the plate, he sees that the pitcher wants to use the fastball to punch him out. He needs to be ready and not get beat. That one in the air to center field. One up, one down. Base is empty, one away. And now the switch-hitting catcher, Eliezer Alfonso. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That one at 101. Swings through it. And he beats him through. He's safe. 3 pitches and that AB ends in a strikeout. Might want to try and battle a bit more. One away and a runner at first. And now the first baseman, Josue De Paula. 1 for 2. Chopper back up the middle. Flips it. There's one. On to first. Safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Righty reliever out of the pen, Antonio Senzatello. This game is still pretty tight, so he has to give the bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches. That one down the line. Out number 3. Now the left fielder, Braylon Wiggins, reached on an infield single the first time. And the slider just misses.
Ball, inside.
Circle change.
2-1 now. Close, but rule the ball. The way he's been pitching, they've got to feel grateful to see a 3-ball count right here. I'm sure he wants to attack and keep them at bay. Fly ball, right field. Gorski towards the line. And makes the grab. One out and the bases are empty. Here's the second baseman, Nicky Lopez. So they turn things over to the righty, Kyle Hurt, being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Not a great showing from their offense so far. One of these hitters has to find a way to spark something and get them some runs. Here's a grounder right side, Gauthier. Out number 2. And now, Chris Bryant. In the air, right field. And that is a foul ball. The pitcher challenged him with a good fastball, and he wasn't equal to it. That misses. Ball 1.
Change. Below inside.
Ball 2.
The Isotopes trailing by 2. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing, and this one lifted down the left field line, and it hooks just foul. You could tell he was sitting on that fastball, but he didn't keep the weight back long enough, and it hooked foul as a result. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Noah Miller getting ready to hit. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Off to a good start with the leadoff knock. And now the right fielder, Matt Gorski. Puts it in the air to center. Avens has this one sized up and makes the catch. Next up for the Comets, Santiago Espinal. Already a homer for him in this one. Runner at first, one away. Fly ball out to right. 2 down. Big cut there. Tried to get under it and generate some pop, but got a little too far under it. James Tibbs III will hit next. Out to short. The flip, nicely done for the out. Bottom of the 7th, Kyle Caros now at the plate. With that high fastball, if you're not ready for it out of the hand, better to just take it rather than pop over it with. And here's the 0-2. It's ball 1. Got ahead 0-2, but that one wasn't close. Not much chance the batter's going to offer. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Leadoff batter set down to open the 7th. Nobody on with 1 out. And next, the cleanup hitter, Blaine Crim. Bash down the right side, but foul. Goes Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That is strikeout number 10 on the day for this lineup, so every fan here gets to go home with a six-pack of Big Kale soda. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, base hit. And that is going to bring the tying run to the plate. Next up, Adael Amador. Close, but call the ball. The Isotopes with the tying run at the dish. This pitch popped up. And that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth, Sean Sullivan. Manager playing the percentages here by bringing in the lefty arm against a left-handed batter. So here's the cleanup hitter, Michael Ciani, 1 for 3. Does get the call. Somehow, Sullivan, a tall lefty, he works with a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss. Absolutely unloads on this one in left field. Forget it. A home run. And they add on. It's 4-1. You knew right off the bat that ball was headed out of here. What a run. Now it's the second baseman, Austin Gauthier. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. And one gone as they make the play. Base is empty, one away. And here's the catcher, Eliezer Alfonso. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Ripped into right for a base hit. He's been striking out a lot in this one, so I'm sure it felt good to get that hit. That's some textbook batting. Found the pitch in the heart of the zone, held back just a hair longer. Swing, and this one's hit high and deep. It's way back. And it's out of here. Wastes no time on this one, and they add to the lead. It's 6-1. That's home run number 3 for them in this ball game. They've certainly got the power bats moving here. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Luis Peralta. Into the game with the bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Ryan Fitzgerald. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strike. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. And again on 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Still just 1 out here in the inning. And it's a pop-up. Sullivan gets under it. Gets there. Got it. Nice high fastball to get the pop out. Hitter looked like he was right on it, but that late velocity and hop got him swinging underneath it. Easy out for this defense. Looked like he had his mind made up to swing no matter what on that pitch. And a ground ball to first. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. All set for the bottom of the 8th. Brett Sullivan digs in now.
That's the ball.
Circle change.
Swinging a drive deep left field, pretty far back there. That one's gone. And they cut into the lead. It's 6-2. When he throws a changeup with that velocity, it can be dangerous since the hitter has a better chance of catching up to it. That's exactly what he did at the plate. Belted it out for a homer. Sterling Thompson, the next to hit. The Isotopes down by 4 runs here in the bottom half of the 8th. Strike 2. That's a beautiful backdoor breaking ball, and he had no chance at the plate. Great pitch. Swings and misses. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run. Braylon Wilmer will hit next. There's a strike at the knee. 1 out and the base is empty. Swing, high fly ball to center field. Fitzgerald moving under this one and makes the catch. So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Nicky Lopez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one ripped, but foul. Looked like he misread that one out of the pitcher's hand. He pulled the trigger pretty late. I'm sure he wants another crack at it. 0-2 now. And the curveball is down and in. Grounder to first. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the 9th. Matt Gorski getting ready to hit. Swings and misses. 0-1. That's great location to tie him up on the hands. That's a good spot. Gets that fastball by the swing upstairs. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Down the first with it. Out. 1 away on a drop third strike. Not much of a fight put up there. That 3-pitch strikeout was over fast. 1 out and the bases are empty. Digging in for the Comets, Santiago Espinal. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Strike 2. Liner to left. And makes the grab. So 2 out. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, James Tibbs III. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Looked pretty off balance that time. Hangs on to the foul tip, and that's a strikeout. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. Ready for the bottom of the 9th. Chris Bryant now at the plate.
Two-seam fastball. Low middle.
Next pitch, in for a strike. Because they're behind, you expect them to be a little more patient, which gives the pitcher an opportunity to get ahead early. That's exactly what he did there. And that'll get down for a hit. And the leadoff hitter aboard. Soft contact off the bat, but it counts just the same as a laser into the gap. That one just kind of faded over the infield and down onto the outfield grass. Base hits like that are a gift from above for the hitter.
No, that's a ball.
With the leadoff hitter aboard, the pitcher is looking to cut down that threat. Maybe a ground ball can help them get him off the bases, maybe even a double play. Can't be swinging at pitches that low, particularly in a double play situation like this. To the shortstop at second, but it's wide. Nobody out, first and second here. And here's the first baseman, Blaine Krim. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. foul ball there. That breaking ball certainly looked meaty coming in. Just couldn't keep the weight back long enough. Now here's the 0-2. That one fouled hard the other way. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. First and second, no outs. Up the middle. Oh, and a great flip. There's one. Double play. That is outstanding defense. So down to their final out of this one. Avens in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one finds the point. And the count is 0-2. Avens wants another look at the called strike. And here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned following the review. So they still have both challenges. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. They're down to their final strike of the game. Swing and a miss. And that's the ball game. And your final 6-2. On behalf of our excellent crew, thanks for joining us for this broadcast of Minor League Baseball on the show. I'm Ben Gelman, and we'll see you next time.